So that is on this. I usually have someone help me, but he went on vacation. Elijah.
Good, we got this.
He was so upset to miss you, though.
Oh, no, we got this, girl.
Okay. You're right, we do. We're good.
We have everything we need.
It's so true. Okay. How the fuck does this thing? I'm telling you, it's not my... Hello? Okay, now you try. Yours.
Hello.
Yeah, we're in. We're good. Okay.
Is it doing?
It's doing it.
Is it doing?
Welcome back to Surprised to Be Here. I'm Sarah Coleman. I am here with Ashley Longshore.
Sarah Ashley Longshore.
Really?
Yeah, I'm named after my grandmother.
God.
Sarah with an H.
Yeah, that's me too.
It means princess, you know.
I do know that.
I don't want to brag or anything, but that is my name, so. And you'd rather be the princess than the queen.
Now you got my name.
You'd rather be the princess than the queen, because the princess
true.
gets everything the queen has, but you don't have to deal with all the bullshit.
That's so true.
But I feel like we do deal with bullshit, don't we?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, so much.
I mean, you make it look really fun, though.
It is fun.
It is.
It is
so,
fun.
I want to, like, what we were talking about Louisiana, New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you're from.
No, I'm originally from Montgomery, Alabama.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yes, raised to be a little trophy wife. Montgomery is a beautiful city, but, you know, I mean, Alabama is, extremely conservative, and I'm sorry, although I was raised to sit back and bat my eyes and smile when I see something I don't like. I'm just genetically not fucking wired that way.
And where did that come from?
To be full of piss and vinegar?
Yeah. That's what we're doing.
I think sometimes you just come out of the womb kicking and screaming.
Right.
And I think I've lived many lives. I think, you know, I'm a force. Thank God I'm an artist in this life. I mean, it's just so wonderful to be a creative and to be empathetic and to be able to create my own world and maybe, you know, being from Montgomery, Alabama and dealing with all that conservative bullshit and, you know, women who are battling against one another because all they want is the bigger house or the prettier furniture or who's skinnier or whose husband is richer, whose kids are more successful. You know, maybe part of my escapism of all that was let me just paint and disappear from the world and let me make my own world. And I think being an anxious person and growing up in that environment, when I found art and I did that, it was like, whew.
Yeah. Like
I found a love in my life.
Yeah, I feel that.
That like, no matter what, you know, like, because I mean, look, I was an artist before I had 2 nickels to rub together, right. And I was very happy. I mean, happy is happy. So it's like, I don't know if I'm ever going to meet a man or if I'm going to make $1 million or have a sports car, but goddamn, I found this thing that is just euphoric.
Yeah, and you know, like the more you stay on that path, it's like you know what things are not part of that. And
well,
like it's...
We always know we can go to that
for
our safety. We always know that it's amazing when you pick up a paintbrush. You really do make everything in the world disappear. And it is just you in this meditative, creative space. It's funny, people are like, do you meditate? I'm like, well, no. And I'm like, well, fuck, maybe I do. Yes, goddamn, fucking right I do.
Yeah.
Like, I'll start painting at, 6 a.m, and next thing I know, it's 7 p.m.
Is that your favorite? My favorite time is 6 a.m.
Oh,
when
morning.
The whole world is asleep and you're just like...
Morning.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. It's
always though, like even...
Yeah, I'm not a night owl. I mean, don't think I won't stay out all night with you. Don't think that I won't watch the sun come up with you, because I will if we need to do that. But no, I wake up very excited and enthusiastic about the day and to create, and also, God knows anything can happen in a day. It's so exciting.
And so what has, what was like the moment that you sort of, because it's like really the sort of the going up is exciting because you're creating, you have your head down and you're like you don't know about all the stuff that comes along with being, you know, who you are and like the business side of it. And
well, I mean, look, I did all that because I was told I wasn't marketable. I would never make it in the art world. So I was like, oh yeah. So when I realized I love to paint, and then I sat back and looked at all this art in the room, and I was like, I'm in fucking America.
Yeah.
What am I sitting around waiting for somebody else for? I'm a fucking woman, goddammit. I do have fucking opportunity. What am I gonna sit around scratching my fucking ass, going like, here's my portfolio. Will you represent me? Will you take my inventory and hide it back in a room, and then have some little bitch whose, you know, dad is a hedge fund guy sit out here and scowl at every motherfucker that walks in this fucking gallery? I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to generalize. That's how everybody is. But look, I'm an art collector. I can tell you, I went to a gallery down in Chelsea 2 months ago, a gallery that I have bought lots of artwork from. And I was like, oh my God, this collection is so amazing. How much is that painting? And the girl looked at me and she goes, it's $45,000.
Oh, right.
And I looked at her and went, oh, so, and this is me being just sarcastic, like, oh, so it's cheap? Like, you know, like, first of all, do you really treat people that way?
It's crazy.
My team, we would never, ever, ever. My whole thing was, you know what? You say I'm not marketable. You say I'm never going to make it in the art world. Then let me tell you, American dream. Not the easy way, the hard way. I will open up my own company. I will have my own gallery. I will hire my own team. I will do this my own motherfucking way. Period. The end. And that's what I've done.
Wow. I like...
Also, nobody can represent...
It's like insane. I mean, you're just... everything that like I mean, you are sort of the real dream of like what an artist, like I'm sitting here like as someone who, you know, it's you have the thing that everybody wants. Like,
I don't think so.
You do. You have.
I don't know.
The way
I'm very sensitive. This is very hard.
Right. Okay. So on that, it's what I see is like this so much strength, and it's like.
But I don't let the fear prevent me from my ambition and what I want to do, because.
And you can't.
No.
Ever. Like,
I'm not going to let that take away from my joy.
No.
Because really the root of what I do is that. And I think the greatest thing that I could do is to ever inspire anybody else around me to just fucking be your weirdo self. And don't listen to somebody that tells you you're not marketable. Don't listen to somebody that tells you you're never going to make it. Fuck them. You take that is fuel in your tank, and you go out there and you fucking show them and you what's up. You know, easier said than done.
Wow. No, but it is. It's like a barometer to keep yourself like in check, because I think it is really easy, you know, to see things like once, you know, you're sort of something that people can grab onto and they can be like, I can make money off this. I can sell this. And then it steals your soul. And you're like, yeah, I should do this. Like, that is a good idea. Like, you know, I should partner with this whatever and like do this because it's gonna make me safe, you know, it's gonna create that security or whatever. And you're just, and then you do it. At least for me, I've done, and then it's like you're sitting in your house and you're like, this is not me. Like, that thing is not me. And having to pull back for me, like, especially right now, like, after I did like the Fendi collaboration, and after that, you know, that was earlier on in my career, and so it was like, oh my God, like, and working with Fendi, like, they're amazing. You know, that brand, they treat an artist like an artist. They treat a creator like they put the structure around you to do what you do. They don't like take out of you. And I think that, you know, I got really lucky there, and then it was like reality checked, like a reality check.
But was it you know, and of course, you know, I've done the big collaboration, and, you know, we sign NDAs and all kinds of stuff like that, but you know, are those collaborations ever as grand as the fantasy of it all? I feel like it's like when people are like, ooh, let's have a 3-way. Like, you know, your couple.
Exactly.
The fantasy of it is so much better because you know, I've really had to fight, and I don't know if you've had to do the same thing, but it's like, listen, guys, you've put this offer in front of me. I'm asking you very specifically, how many units are you making and how much are they wholesale? What are you retailing them for? Send me over the numbers. There's enough brownie in the pan for all of us. Why are you trying to make me lick the fucking spoon over here when you came to me and you want my motherfucking talent for your fucking $1 billion brand?
Well, yeah. I mean,
you know, I mean, and look,
I'm just going to say that, like, yes, I think that I have learned, like, I have, in situations where I feel like I learned a lot, I can walk away with, like, my hands, I can be like, okay, I learned a lesson that, like, was invaluable, whether or not I was, you know, it's not, like, sorry, I'm just gonna put this thing on Do Not Disturb, like, I feel like I've learned that, and now I'm at this place where I've, like, shed all of those things, and I'm really back into, like, that focus where I'm like, I need to, like, do what I do. That's and right. Not what you want me to do.
Exactly.
And really, and, like, I mean, I have, like, ended a lot of things that I had recently.
No is power.
No. And it's like, yeah, no, it's not, you know, hanging on for, like, the paycheck, or hanging on for because I feel bad, or hanging on because, like,
or the exposure.
Yeah, it's like, I don't, you know, I just, it's so, you are, like, really what, like, it's really inspiring, and it's really, like, I know you don't, I'm saying that in, like, the most, like, really, because I do feel at a point now where I am about to, like, really leap back into, like, who I am.
And if you do that,
like, it's happy. You're happy.
Listen, and I mean, look, after the pandemic and all the bullshit that we've all been through collectively as human beings on this little rock, spinning around the sun, floating out in the universe, our days are so numbered. We're a blip in history. Yeah. The most important thing we have are our friendships, our family, our animals, watching a butterfly land on a fucking flower, honestly, smelling the street after it rains, when the foam on your latte is perfect and they did it with oat milk and you're like, who is this goddamn wizard? You know, like, it's so much more about that, which I think people in other countries, they get that because they're not rushing, power, money, status. You know, like, we are such a young country in America, and it is about all this stuff, man, you know, but it isn't about this stuff. And I think, you know,
the stuff is, like, the cherry on top. It's fun.
But also it's just, yes, it's stuff. It's fun. But as an artist.
But, like, this stuff, like, this is amazing.
Well, when I die and they auction off all my things for my foundation, I have to have good stuff.
That's true. I like that.
There's a point.
But this stuff is fucking fun.
Well,
and, like,
I started... Sarah's talking about my... Well, you know, she's talking about my jewelry. That is, like,
the craziest shit I've ever seen.
Well, let me tell you about this.
It's so good.
I got myself... This is my baby. This is my daughter. She's beautiful.
Oh, my God.
We're talking about jewelry right now, if you haven't noticed. And I have this ring that I wear on my middle finger for a reason. Because they told me that I would never be marketable. Oh, and it's a reminder... You know, I'm shooting rod right now. It's a reminder that I do not, you know, my daddy has never written me a check for something. I've never sucked a dick for a handbag. I've never thrown anyone under the bus to fucking get ahead. I have worked my fucking ass off, and that's my baby. And again, you know, it's like I don't know if you saw Andre Leon Talley's auction a few weeks ago. I was able to acquire 5 of his pieces, paintings.
Shit.
One was a drawing that Gianni Versace did of Andre, and it's signed, and the others are portraits of Andre. I wanted some of his other pieces, but I got outbid big time. But I did learn, like, you know, his Birkins and his stuff, and, like, you know, I'm having all of my things, like, embroidered and my initials put on everything, because I'm like, well, that makes it go over 5 or 6 more times. So then when I'm dead and I continue this, you know, very Egyptian style life that I'm building, like, the grandest part will happen when I die. There'll be more money for that, and we can keep it fucking going. Like, you know, like, I feel like I'm planning for that. Like, I'm building a pyramid.
I mean, I love your pyramid, and honestly, like, you are.
I think it's important.
I'm speechless.
I think it's important.
I think you're perfect.
Oh my God!
I'm like, it's like I'm
so not
falling in
perfect.
love right now.
I'm so not perfect.
No, but you are. You really. I know this.
I'm a very listen. I'm intense.
You can.
But I'm honest.
In awe. Like, I just love it, and it's just not like what I experience every day. I like the unapologetic, just like
I can only be me.
It's fucking you're doing it.
You gotta let it shine, man.
Yeah,
you know, you
really
gotta let it shine. But also, I know, like we were talking before we started recording. I mean, like, you know, me being in New York and being up here, and my God, I'm obsessed with theater. I'm obsessed with Broadway. I'm obsessed with, you know, going to see the Hopper exhibit at the Whitney, and then going, you know, down to see Alex Katz and fucking Nick Cave, and then going and having lunch with my friend, and then that night going to Brooklyn and seeing a fucking LCD sound system, and just feeling this goddamn euphoria, man, you know, and to the point that I exhaust myself. Then I get to the farm, and it's like, I breathe, and I, like, refill, and then I create, and then I come back up here, and I just want that, man.
And,
like, I just want that. I don't want to hear about all this turmoil and awfulness, and, like, oh God, another presidential election.
Oh my God.
Fuck. You know, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do if I can't we just have some joy? Can't people do the right goddamn thing? I mean,
know.
Is it that goddamn hard?
Honestly, I don't know, but I see it every day. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck are people fucking doing? How do they sleep at night? Do they? Like, are they okay with, like...
They're not okay.
No, but, like, why are there so many of them?
But I don't want
it's like,
all
why
of
is it, like,
that.
just a glitch?
Like Jon Stewart, God bless him, in that interview he did, you know, where he cornered that guy about, you know, the drag queens, and it's so disgusting and repulsive, I can barely even think about it, but I'm like, I can't watch shows like Jon Stewart, because I'm a very, like, enthusiastic, passionate person, and it makes me so upset I can't see straight.
I know.
And so then I, like, you know, I create art to make myself happy, to be optimistic, to consider the type of woman I want to be,
and to share with other people, like,
also
your
to
joy.
jab at, you know, American culture and how we make status this thing, but also it is a thing, you know, like, goddamn, I just want to be surrounded by art. I want to have 6-hour dinners with my friends. I want to laugh so hard I piss in my pants every day. I want to go to the flower district and make flowers for myself, and just, like, you know, goddamn, is it that hard?
I know. I mean, no.
And then, like, I know, you know, like, my dog Stays, when she rolls over and her little belly, like, her little real estate on her tummy.
I know.
Like that. The softness of that.
Know. And, like, between their little legs, it's just like, they're so small. And they're so perfect. And they're just...
we don't deserve them.
No, we do not. And a few weeks ago, my angel little Tony, he passed away.
No.
But it was like, he lived this life that was so...
How old was Tony, and what breed was Tony?
A cat.
Oh, meow, meow.
He was the most beautiful little guy.
I sleep with 3 boxes of ashes by my bed, by the way.
I have
my
that.
animals, yeah.
Yeah.
And then in October, I make altars to them, and, like, anyone that's passed.
And that's sort of my...
I put their little treats.
Little man.
Oh, this is on your necklace.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they're all there, little guys.
Oh, Tony was so beautiful.
And he really, like, he came with so much, like, purpose, and just, he lived the best life. He's the happiest. But it was from that moment. You know, you have these moments that just like shake you.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I just was like, okay, like, I need to like get rid of all the things that are like keeping me down.
It's
like
called a life douche.
Yeah, he was a life douche.
Yeah.
He saved me.
Mm.
And like, I just, I just started like, I mean, the people like, from the outside, maybe it looks a little like, you're just like, oh, hey, Sarah, like, you're really changing things up. I'm changing things. Like, I am done with any person who is taking from me.
Smart.
Relationships that are not, and it's like, it feels like every day I wake up, it's like I'm a little bit lighter and I'm ready to like, just that, like, to create. And
do you have anxiety?
Yeah, I'd say I have some
Me
anxiety.
too.
It's...
But I've always had it, even since I was a
same.
child.
And that's what, art, creating, drawing, painting, making...
It saves you.
Saved me.
Saves me.
From, it was, I...
Because we're sensitive.
Oh, we're sensitive. And we also feel everything.
Brave and sensitive.
Yeah, it's like I don't have that part in my brain that keeps me in my fear, but I have the anxiety.
Me too.
Like, see it happen, and I feel it, and I'm like, okay. It's just like you have to put your seatbelt on and like keep going. And
especially now we have so much information coming at us from every end. I mean,
and
and here comes AI.
Oh, that I don't know about. I'm scared. But
this is why I think when you put your
much
joy into nature, first of all, you don't need a dime to experience that.
Yeah.
You don't need any money to walk down the sidewalk and see a beautiful sunset or watch a bird land on a tree or, a little bird building a nest. Or I went to college out in Montana and my parents had gone through this nasty fucking divorce. And of course I'm at the age where I'm trying to find myself, and I started painting, and, being in nature was just, it saved me. I think it's so important.
What was your childhood like?
I mean, it's like, oh God,
you don't want to...
No, of course I'll tell you all about it.
Yeah.
In Alabama, God, again, it's me being an extremely observant child, but also, full of piss and vinegar and gregarious. And, I got in trouble a lot.
Same.
When I was in the...
I
think I came into it with that creativity because I was fucking grounded all the time.
Yeah.
Like, all the fucking time, I've always loved to say curse words. Always. My whole life, I've done it. First time I got in trouble for it, I was 5 years old. I was in the fucking first grade.
Same. I remember running into my mom's room and I had heard... the guy from Limp Bizkit on MTV Spring Break.
I heard it all for the cookie.
Yeah, and then he goes I don't know. He used the word prick, and I was like, I fucking love that word. And I run into my mom's room. And I'm like, John's a prick. And she was like, what? And my mom was like, she grew up on the Upper East Side. Like, I grew up on the Upper East Side. I got kicked out of schools. I got in a lot of trouble.
Nice.
I never brushed my hair.
Oh, soul sister, I love it.
And they were like, no, like, you have to look good. And I'm like, don't I look good? Like, and I, like, didn't.
Yeah, but if we put you in a Chanel suit...
Yeah.
And
if you put the pearl earrings on...
Put a little chignon on you, you definitely
really,
are a chameleon.
Yeah, but I go
to the Upper East Side and the doormen roll their eyes at me. I love it.
I've had to make many amends to doormen for, like, showing up at, like, 5 o'clock in the morning, just being, like, asleep in the lobby.
And this
I'm
is
like,
why I don't have a doorman.
Yeah.
This is why I don't have a doorman. Like, I don't want anybody knowing.
I was pretty wild, and, like, no one was allowed to sleep over at my house. Like, the mothers were like, ooh, she's, like...
Trouble?
Yeah, because, like, my parents went through a pretty bad divorce when I was 3, and I was just, like... weird and like
thank God
yeah,
me too.
I also like wet the bed and they were like, she kind of smells like pee, like, is she like... Aww. I was just like a little like
Aww.
I was figuring it out. I was very shy, and then I found like I could make people laugh, and I could make people like feel like I could like engage in like laughter and joking around, and so I became like the class clown, you know, and it was just like people like love that, and I was like, they feel good, you know, and then I wouldn't have to talk about like home, you know, I was either like laughter and joking around and my animals, like they, you know, and those really good friends that you could bring them into your life, and you're like, this is like weird, right?
Also, growing up fucking is so hard, and I mean, I don't know, I don't have a penis, so I mean, I think it's really hard for dudes too, but just like as a girl, like, you know, your boobs, and then you start your fucking period, and then it's like, am I ever gonna be beautiful? Boobs. That, like, it's
that's
just puberty,
or like,
you know, all of a sudden, like, it's like, what kind of woman am I supposed to be? I don't want to be like my mother. I definitely don't want to be like my mother. And I don't want to be like her friends. And I don't want to be in this fucking town.
Yeah.
And why do I feel like the weirdest person on the fucking planet? Like, why is there nobody else like me? Like, where are the fucking weirdos? I gotta get the fuck out of here, you know?
And, like, how did they do that? That, like, conversation thing that's just, like, they look like they're having fun. Like, why aren't they talking about, like, the way they're, like...
I think they're miserable.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, I don't know, I feel like people live on, like, different... Like,
frequencies.
Yeah, and it's, like, some people... Because, you know, who the fuck am I to know if, like, that person... who's doing, like, you know, the yoga every day and, like, going to the whatever and dropping their kids off, and they have, like, very, like, everything just looks really good. Like, how do I know that they're not happy? Like, what if that's what they want, you know? I have no idea. I mean, it's not what I want. It would, like...
Well, are they nice or are they an asshole? I mean, that's normally how...
Yeah.
That's how I feel about people. I don't care where you live.
Yeah.
I don't care about shit. Are you nice
people?
Or are you an asshole? You know, like... And if you give somebody an opportunity to show you that, they generally do.
They do.
Yeah.
And, like, you just, that doesn't change. Unless, like, they, like, upheave their whole, you know. Unless there's a major thing, like, people are pretty much exactly who they are, and
people are scary.
They scare me so much.
Thank God for animals.
I know.
No, they're just so
When's your birthday?
I'm a Leo.
Okay,
August
I'm a
19th.
Scorpio.
Nice.
I feel like growing up, all my friends are Leos.
Oh yeah, we're like, I mean, let me be a true Leo right now and just go ahead and tell you, like, we are the best.
I mean, like, you really, like...
We are.
Your inside is out.
Yeah, we're fun, we're wild. I mean, a lot of us, our motto is 1, 2, 3, back to me, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Because we're also very loving. You know, Leos don't mind being the center of attention. You know, somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
At dinner parties, I always have to middle, you know.
I love that.
You got to keep everybody going, you know, because it's like you know, you learn to be fucking funny. I'm fucking funny, you know.
Yeah, you make people, you're like painting for other people. For me right now, you're like painting. Like, you are, my mind shuts off and I'm like, it feels that way when to be around you is, and we've actually never met before, ever, never even spoken before. I've definitely like reached out to be like, I love your work, I love it, like I love your, and like it's so awesome to like, you know, so I always talk about this, like I went on the Wendy Williams show.
Oh, did you?
And I went over to her house for meatballs and cheesecake. And this is what she told me, don't get too close to the light. Don't meet your, like, icons. Like, don't meet your heroes. And that maybe is the case. Yeah, but that's, I think
that goes more for, like, people that you want to fuck. Not, like, mentors and women that you admire.
It's not for women. Yeah.
I mean, that's just what I think.
Like, I mean,
there's this guy on Broadway that I'm so obsessed with, and my friend's like, do you want to go? And I'm like, no, I definitely don't want to meet him, because what if he's an asshole? Because I just think he's, like, the most amazing in the whole fucking world. Like, I can't meet him. I definitely don't want to meet him. The fantasy of it is so much better than that, but, like, the women that I admire, oh my God.
Yeah,
let's take a nap together.
Jesus. For, like, move in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, let's all live together.
And I think too, because
so good.
Yeah, my mother and I are estranged, and bless her, you know, could not be any more different. So I've kind of had to do this on my own instinctually, with a wonderful father, by the way, incredible father, and I love my stepmother etc. But for me, collecting incredible women, and just shutting up and like listening, like I think everybody needs to do that, like, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just started this podcast like early February, and that must have also been one of the things that was like a catalyst for me to just start shedding these things, because it's like I have sat across from. It gave me this reason to, like, you know, say, hey, I really want to talk to you, and I want to know, like, about you, and I want to learn, like, how are you, like, why I admire you so much, and, like, I want to hear your truth, you know, and there's been...
And also the magic of
connecting.
Ask and ye may receive.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Ashley, do you want to be on... Well, yeah, I want to be on your fucking podcast.
Yeah, like, how fucking cool of you.
All you had to do was fucking ask.
Right.
Yeah, girl. Like, I put it out there. Yeah. Plant the seed. Fuck, I'm sitting on your sofa right now.
Yeah, like, and what the fuck was I waiting for?
There's nothing to wait for.
Nothing. And it's like, okay, so I've had these incredible women that are sitting across from me being like, I don't take shit. I make my own life. Like, I make my own decisions.
You do meet your fucking people that you
like,
adore.
It's just been, like, the greatest thing I've done. Mm-hmm. Like, it's the most important thing. I feel like I'm just, like, these connections, that, like, just hearing, like, your truth, it's like, it brings me to, like, my next day.
Well, we need other human beings, as scary as humanity is. I don't know if you've seen, am I close enough to this microphone?
I don't know. I think I'm going to...
Is it like a dick? Do I need to just be able to, like, have my breath on it?
Kind
of. God. Jesus Christ.
I know.
I love my man and I've been together for 18 years. I love him so much, but oh my God. Can't we just watch the goddamn movie? Like, why? I don't need to be entered every time I walk in the room. You know what I mean? Anyway. My lips are very close to this microphone right now.
I know.
I just got distracted and forgot what I was talking about.
Oh my God. Perfect.
What is wrong with me?
Nothing.
What were we talking about?
So
we got a huge microphone, and I just started thinking, like,
I know, it's like, can't we just put this...
Wait, what if they made microphone covers that looked like a big cock and balls?
Next time, I'll try.
Let me grab the mic.
Why don't they? They should. We should, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, next idea.
Yeah, what were we talking about? Women
awesome
mentors.
Mentors, yeah.
Okay, we were talking about, you said something about meatballs and cheesecake. That's always a good idea.
Is it though? Meatball? I eat cheesecake every day.
Yeah, it's pretty goddamn good.
I fucking love cheesecake and flan.
Oh God, I love a flan.
I love flan. Oh my God, from Mole, West Village, Copelia, Diner. It's so fucking
flan
good.
Is the best dessert.
Good.
And I'm sorry if you have a texture issue and you don't like it.
I like it.
I'm sorry for you for that, because you are missing.
It might be my favorite
caramel flavor.
And like when there's that caramel around it, and you can like spoon it.
And when it's ice cold,
oh my
and
God,
you just put it in your mouth, and the richness of that oh my God,
it's so good.
Yes, flan.
Yeah,
flan forever.
Forever.
Do you ever cook?
I've
been cooking lately.
I would like to cook more.
And I think maybe you feel the same way.
I'm sure.
Before the pandemic, when my career really fucking took off, like opportunities coming, everybody knocking, everything in my life, because I don't have children, for a reason, because I just wanted to have a career, and my whole attention is on that in this life. But everything in my life was about my art, my business, and my career. And when the pandemic hit, of course I still could paint. Of course I still had that. But the connectivity and, you know, the quietness and the stillness of it, I realized I had a huge void in my life where I'm like, girl, what if for some reason you didn't have this career anymore? You have to have more than that. So I'm like, I'm going to start doing my gardening. I'm going to play my guitar more. God damn it, I'm going to wake up and make a fucking Dutch baby.
Oh my God.
You know,
yeah.
like, Bacon is hard, by the way.
Hard.
Okay, I ain't trying to brag about my bacon, and I'm not even saying that it's good. But what I'm saying is, if I try it and I'm like soul douching and I'm doing something that makes me happy, that's still creative, and I'm still, see, like, you've got knitting needles, like, I gotta be doing something with my hands. Yeah. I mean, and I don't know if it's because we're anxious.
I think there's so much inside just like getting out. It's like the fingers.
I need to have an outlet, because if I don't, creativity doesn't stop with knitting or baking or making a painting. Creativity can mean I could take a fearful thought and build a city in my mind and then be like, what am I doing? Oh my God, I'm terrified of everything. But if I have
hands need to be busy.
The hands need to be busy at all times. Even if that leads to chronic masturbation, go for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Which, by the way, I went to the Pleasure Chest yesterday. Have you ever been there? It's the best fucking sex shop. And the guy in there has got the best personality. Yes, and, you know, he's a gay man. And, like, here I am, you know, a woman. And I'm like, you know what? I mean, like, dildos and vibrators and all this stuff. This is, you know, it's like Uggs. You gotta get a new pair every year. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not, you don't keep Uggs for 4 or 5 years. You don't keep the same dildo for that long. You gotta, you know. He was just the most delightful human being. And I'm like, well, what about this? And he's like, honestly, honey, I can just look at you and tell you need something stronger than that. And I'm like, well, you know, and I'm like, I'm picking out all this stuff, picking out some lube. And he's like, I can tell that you've got really good sheets. You're not going to want to have that lube. You're going to want to have this lube. And I'm like, this is just such a grand, wonderful day.
He saw you.
Absolutely. And just like as a woman walking in there, I'm with my friend Todd, and you know, yeah, like, my God.
Self-care.
Oh God, I woke up this morning with a limp and it was self-induced. I mean, you know, like, how wonderful is that?
Yeah.
I mean, anyway, I don't even know why I went off on that tangent. All I'm saying is, get yourself a hobby. You know, like, keep your hands busy. Whether you're cooking, knitting, cooking up trouble, masturbating, you know, angry people that masturbate a lot are not assholes. No. They're not angry people. No. People that are baking and doing things that bring them joy, they're not on the internet trolling people. Like, surround yourself with that. Like, exactly what you're saying, Sarah. It's like, you know, eliminate the douchebags. Eliminate people that are vampires. Eliminate it. If it doesn't make me happy, the answer is no. I had this huge potential collaboration a couple weeks ago, and this woman popped off at me. And you know what I said? I said, you know what, Queen, I've slept on this. I just don't think our energies are right. We're at the very beginning of this, and I'm going to have to just wish you well. I mean, this could have been something that could have made me fucking $50 million. And I'm like, you know what? Whatever this is not worth my life. Also, I don't know if you saw the news last week. Lester Holt, I'm sitting there, okay, I'm in my kitchen. I've got the news on. Michael had turned it on. It wasn't my decision to fucking put it on. Lester Holt casually says, the experts at Harvard and the Pentagon have all come together to confirm that their theory of a mothership floating around our solar system. And I'm like, what? Pardon me? I'm like, I rewind it. Yes, that there is no hardcore evidence, but they all seem to feel very, very confident and certain that there is a mothership floating around our solar system. So, if there's ever been a better time to just carpe fucking diem, I don't know what there is. There's a mothership out there, babe.
He's coming.
I mean,
they're here, probably.
I think they've been here.
They're here.
I think they hide behind the moon. Obviously, where else would they be? They've been watching us. They think we're fucking nutballs. You know, it ain't the first time they've been here, I don't think. I think they had something to do with those pyramids, 100%.
For sure.
And, you know, I mean, look, if it doesn't make you happy, if it doesn't make us happy, then why are we doing it? I mean, we all have to make a living. We all have to pay our bills. We have to pay fucking taxes. Goddamn Uncle Motherfucking Sam. That's a motherfucker I would give a blowjob to. Yeah. For just like, yeah, Uncle Sam, I'll give you a pinky up to the second knuckle and lick your balls if I don't have to pay fucking taxes.
Start a church.
Do you think Uncle Sam's got like low hangers?
Yeah, for sure. They're so, but honestly, who cares?
And maybe his dick is like, it's like short and fat with like a little curve.
Yeah, and stuck to the balls.
Stuck.
Yeah, you have to peel it off. And you see like the like skins like together.
Yeah.
But also it's like.
And one of the balls hangs a lot lower than the other.
For sure.
And I'm not ball shaming.
No, it's like Play-Doh. They're just like one thing that's stuck together.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I would do that. I would peel it off.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, if I could get like 20 years with no taxes,
oh my God.
I would lick his taint. I may even, I would.
The in between.
I might even, give fucking Uncle Sam a rim job, man.
Do it.
Uncle Sam. No, I'm not going to tell Uncle Sam to call me because it's the fucking IRS. They're scary.
They are scary. I mean, they just don't go away. I don't even know what they do, really. I'm like, yeah, here's my money.
All I know is my bookkeeper's like, I just took this much money out of your account. And I'm like,
I know. I'm like, okay, cool. Talk to you later.
That's a lot of canvas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. And then I just don't.
There's nothing we can do about it.
I know.
I
can't
actually
think about
convinced
that
myself.
because I just don't want to go to jail.
No.
Like, I'm not going to jail.
No. If you don't deal with Uncle Sam.
If you don't get on your knees.
Well, also, I mean, we're both adults. You can't borrow money.
No.
You can't buy a house. I mean, unless
Nothing.
you have a family member that just buys it for you. But, like, I mean, fuck that.
But
then,
that's another.
Then they own it. You
jail
don't.
To be in. Like, that's just prison.
You're 100%. Like, yeah, you gotta do it.
Yeah. To stay out of prison in every fucking way, you just have to do it.
Yeah. And you're a business owner. Yeah. I'm a business owner. It's a lot of adulting. I don't think adulting is a cool word anymore.
No, but
it is reality.
Recently got. So I was on the internet, and I haven't read it yet, but I got this book, How to Be an Adult, and one of my employees was like, "Hey Sarah, like, I was on your like I saw that you I saw some books you ordered," and I was like, "Oh yeah, what books?" He's like, "How to Be an Adult." I was like, I didn't realize that they could see all my weird order history. It's like your search history.
Mm.
Like, yeah, just get right to it. It's small. It's a short read. I'm sure I'll get something out of it once I get around to.
Whoa.
I know.
This is like.
Why not?
Profound.
I mean.
I accept full responsibility for the shape my life has taken.
Yeah.
Cat
training.
Cat training, okay?
Just in my...
This is actually how to deal with human beings.
Yeah.
This says cats. The cats became so accustomed to being rewarded. And by the way, I just opened this book up randomly to bitch. Let's replace cats with humans. The humans became so accustomed to being rewarded and associating the hoop with a reward that they tried to jump through the camera flash or flow. That doesn't make any sense. Smoke some weed and then rewind that and listen to that.
Yeah.
Sit up and beg. That sounds about right.
Yep. It's like, get on your knees and beg.
Also, training a cat. I mean, that's not the easiest thing.
Ferrets.
I had a pet ferret in college.
How was that?
It was filthy.
It
took over the dorm room. But can I tell you his name was Johnston? Can I tell you? I had Johnston for 4 years. Yes, but guess what? He got eaten by a bald eagle. My friend
oh my God.
Kanda took him out into a field and was letting him run around, which
you can't. Anything.
I
worry about Dill sometimes. I'm like, I have to make him a porcupine jacket with spikes on it.
Stains.
Yeah.
At my farm. There's hawks and owls.
So would you put
I dyed her hair pink.
So they won't go near her.
Mm-hmm. So she doesn't look appetizing. But also I watch her and I may have overfed her a little bit. I don't know they could.
Yeah, they can.
But it is scary.
I know. I'm have been, because I'm going into the woods this summer for a little bit.
Where are you going?
Upstate.
Nice.
I need to
douche.
Yeah. I need to just douche for 2 months.
Yes,
straight.
you do.
Yeah.
You
I really
do.
do. And it's like this little tiny cabin on a pond.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like the perfect place that you'd be murdered.
Great.
The furniture in the house is very it looks like nowhere that
But
you would want to be. But
I'm
it's
assuming
where
you're not a virgin, so you probably won't get murdered. That's how you get murdered, is when you go to the cabin and you're a virgin and you have sex for the first time.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
when they get
not.
you.
Right. I definitely am not, and I don't think anyone's gonna murder me because I'm too loud. I would just like scream. It would just be a pain in the ass for them. I'd be like, what the? Like it's not.
Are you gonna make art while you're there?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
I am, and I'm just gonna listen to like.
Maybe cook.
I'm gonna cook.
Maybe cook.
Just be free.
Do you
Maybe
know
I'll
what I like
swim
to
in
do?
the pond.
Yes.
Put my feet in it and catch like little minnows and put them in my hands.
Yeah, I like to. And again, I'm weird, but I'll tell you, I'm weird.
I'm weird.
I like all the birds down at my farm right now. They're super fucking horny because it's spring, and the cardinals especially. They're like. Ooh, 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 ooh. So I go on YouTube and I find recordings of other horny male cardinals, and I sit out on my front porch with my matcha, and I play the recording. This is how I start my day off.
I love it. I mean, this is like, wow.
I play the recording of this very horny cardinal. Well, then the cardinals in my yard are like, who the fuck is this motherfucker? And they come over. And they get really close to me. And they're like, what in the motherfuck? Because cardinals only travel like within a 2-mile radius of where they live. So they don't migrate or anything.
Ever?
Where I live in Louisiana, they don't. So it's like, who is this son of a bitch coming and trying to get my cardinal pussy? You know? And so like I started my day off having a matcha, watching like male cardinals fight over cardinal pussy. Like, which by the way, that is a very refreshing way to start the day. Not with politics.
I was watching.
You need to do that.
I watch like David Attenborough. Like
that's when you know.
That's all.
At night, I put that on, and
There's
if I'm spiraling, if I'm like spiraling with anxiety, it's like full blown, like Blue Planet. Michael will be like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm fine. This is the cave episode, please."
It's like I'm okay now.
Yeah.
I mean, I was watching the wolves on this island. I don't know the names of everything, but I've watched them all, and I've watched them over and over.
You know, he just signed a thing so that they could use his voice forever, for AI, for him to always be.
Well, that's a good thing of AI.
Do you have an Oculus?
Yeah.
Have you done all of his things on Oculus?
It really hurts my head.
You need to get the phone thing.
I have the phone thing. It's still like I don't know what it is. If it's like. I don't know what it is. It's for me. It's like I want it to be so. I want to use it so bad, and it just hurts my head.
Oh, but you've got to watch the David Attenborough. The things that they're microcosms.
You know what I need to do? I need to lie down with it, just resting on my eyes. You're right. I'm gonna do okay.
But there's a whole series on microcosms, and you are you obviously because you've done this virtual reality, but you're in an ant bed and you're in there, and then the ant is like right next to you. There's another one where you're a wasp and you're flying around like and it's David Attenborough, this fucking girl. It's
wow. I'm gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch the one about fungi?
Fucking right, I did.
Incredible.
Unbelievable.
I mean, that's what like if
it's Avatar, man.
But you know what I was? Yeah, it is. I saw Avatar 11 times in theaters.
Yeah.
I am obsessed.
You got me beat on that. Did you just watch the new one in 3D?
I haven't watched it yet.
You haven't seen it?
I know. I don't know what I'm waiting for. I've been, I know.
Oh my god.
I know.
Oh. God.
I can't wait. Really, it's like it's that. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm gonna do it today.
It's real good. In 3D, you have to wear the glasses. Because you swim underwater.
What?
Yes, and then these sea creatures, and it's just a full escape. I mean, James Cameron's a goddamn genius. Also, his exploration of the ocean floor is unbelievable.
Oh my God, I just like, it's all I want to see ever.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe you haven't seen it.
I know. I don't know why. I don't know.
Pull it together, Sarah.
That's what I'm doing.
Girl, you got to go see it.
I promise you, I'm getting it. I'm gonna do it today.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you.
Yeah, don't watch it on the TV.
I'm gonna go to the movies.
Yeah, you need to go to the movies. I love going to the movies.
Me too.
Well, again, thank God for art.
I know, and like the movie theaters.
I love it.
My favorite movie theater is closing. Not to like ruin this whole thing. I know.
I go to the Alamo a lot in Tribeca. It's like down in the basement, and it's real good. It's like, you can order. I go there and
I love
have a cocktail and some fucking popcorn.
Also is really great. You can lay down.
Yeah.
And
the seats vibrate. They're heated. Who doesn't love that?
Oh my god, right?
They have queso. I mean, what?
I fucking love queso.
And I find queso's a really good queso is not an easy thing to find in New York City.
Sometimes it's like same with like spinach artichoke dip.
Yeah, I'm real funny. The best place that has that is Hillstone.
Hillstone, yeah. Oh fuck, I know. And
Houston's. But it's Hillstone. You know why they did that? They changed their names like that?
Why?
Because if you're too big as a restaurant chain, then you have to put the calories on the menu.
Oh.
But if you're smaller, because bitch, we don't want to know how many
Uh-huh.
calories are in the spinach artichoke dip at motherfucking Hillstone.
But I used to crush CPK, like California Pizza Kitchen.
Oh yeah.
The buffalo chicken pizza.
I married a guy once that worked at California
Really?
Pizza Kitchen.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. But then
how many times have you been married?
Only once. Okay. And I was with him for 9 months, and then I told him I was going to a concert. I never came home. I met Michael the next day, and Michael and I have been together for 18 years.
Wow. Perfect.
I just felt my heart on my
That's just how it goes.
Yeah, it was good. He was a sweet guy. You shouldn't always marry somebody just because they're the first sweet guy you ever met.
Yeah.
But he was real sweet, but maybe a little too sweet. He wasn't. It was fine, but like movingon.com,
right. There was a time for that.
Yeah.
What did he do at CPK?
He fucking was a waiter.
Nice.
And maybe it was the pizza that
think,
really locked me
honestly,
down.
It was.
Also, this is kind of sad, and oh my god, I hope he doesn't listen to this or anyone in his family. But since we're being honest, my dad was getting married to my stepmother, who I love more than life. I love them; they're so in love. Oh my god, they're the fucking best. And me, I'm not gonna say his name, and this guy, we were dating, we were having so much fun. We got shit faced, man. We went down to this club. The wedding hadn't happened yet. I guess maybe it was the night of the rehearsal dinner. Then we went down to this big club in downtown Dallas. Got loaded, maybe or maybe not. There were drugs involved. 2:30 in the morning, we're back at the hotel, and he pops a question just out of nowhere. And I'm like, oh my god, yes! Ah! So I wake up the next morning, and I'm like, okay, wait, what all happened? Oh, yeah. Like, oh my god, okay, well, that happened. Like,
the layers came off.
Yeah,
and then I'm my god!
And then I'm like, maybe he won't remember. And I roll over, and he's like smiling, and he goes, I called mama.
No.
And I'm like, oh. And I just, at that point, I was like, okay, well, let's just see what all this is about. What's all this hullabaloo about? And I did love him, and he was sweet, but, also, I think sometimes, too, when you're like 29 or 30, there's all this hullabaloo about getting married. You think you're supposed to be doing that, and then you don't even realize what marriage really is, and yada yada. But, do it your own way, for God's sake. There are no rules, But I've been with Michael for 18 years, but we're not married. Because I just don't need a legal contract involved in my love for someone. Yeah. I like, how Goldie Hawn and Kurt.
Yeah. And
I love him. I'm with you because I love you, not because there's a piece of paper that says I have to be.
And you have the ring already. Like, you have your ring.
Well, I don't need a man for diamonds.
No, right.
I don't. This is what's so great is when you don't need a man. I mean, again, I went to the pleasure chest and bought this contraption last night that, like, literally gave me a limp this morning. Okay. I love Michael. He's, like, half of my soul. He's my partner, but I don't need a man.
Mm-hmm. And that's it.
But that's what's so beautiful when you do choose to do that. And, like, I want to share my life with you because I love you, not because I need you. Not because I need you to buy me a purse. Oh, can I go buy a Gucci bag, honey?
I mean, the amount of times
lick your balls. No, I mean, I'm not sucking a dick for a handbag. I'm not gonna fucking choke on your cock for a diamond, honey. I will make my own. I can do that myself.
Fuck yeah.
I'm not gonna choke on your cock for, like, what is wrong with me, Sarah? What is wrong with me?
There's nothing. Like, I don't know. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah, but
I'm not gonna choke on your cock
I
for
know,
a
but like
handbag.
sometimes I'm like, why do I carry on? Why do I say these things? Like I've had big corporate collaborations, and they're like, we are not comfortable with your social media, and I'm like, well, you can fucking curate the product, but you can't curate the producer.
No.
I mean, I don't know. And I have Ashley Longshore World, where there's no profanity or nudity. Like, I started that, but which is fine, because I do have some people that, maybe they don't want to see a vintage male stripper. I do. Also, in this day and age, are you really that offended by the word fuck? In today's age?
I know.
If the word fuck offends you, I don't know how you leave your house.
I mean, yeah, but they're not like offended by the sex trafficking and the fucking murder and like,
or generalizing an entire genre of creatives, drag queens,
everything.
Or the fact that I have no control over my own body.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm kind of offended by that.
But you're offended by the word fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, well, then you know what? Maybe me and you don't need to be doing shit together.
We're just not for each other.
Yeah, this is me.
Yeah.
This is me. I'm 47 years old. This is me. My name is Ashley fucking Longshore, and I like to say fuck. Fuck. and I like to work hard, and I like, if I do get money and I want to spend it on something extravagant, that's my decision.
And I love gardening.
Yeah, I mean, don't fuck with me.
No.
Get off my junk. I mean,
Get off my dick.
Get off my dick.
Say it.
Yeah, lick my balls.
I mean, yeah, like, fuck.
Mm-mm.
My God. It's just all too much. It's like, oh, you're offended? I'm offended. Like, I mean, part of the reason that I can't do this, like, retail shit is, like, people walk in and they think I'm, like, a fucking weirdo. And I'm like, you came into my store. I'm just here.
What do they think you're a weirdo about?
I don't know if I try to talk to them or I don't know. I'm just a little, like, odd, I guess.
No, you're not.
Someone...
You're not odd.
I'm just not for the...
There's nothing wrong with you.
No, there's not.
Mm-mm.
I just, like, don't want to... I don't...
Well, I mean, you
the
never...
retail, they want you to be, like, packaged a little nice bow, and...
You give them a little surprise.
Sometimes I'm just like, life's hard, isn't it? Shit's hard, and they're like, so, like, how's the store going? I'm like, oh, it's so stressful. They're like, okay, I'm gonna go, like, look over here.
Yeah.
I'm like,
But it is.
It's honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know, I just like to be me. I don't want to sell me or, like, sell stuff
you
to
have
someone.
to be you.
Yeah, so I'm just like, if you like it, you like it. If you don't,
But to me, that's the whole charm.
Yeah.
Is that it is you. So, and also, you're the one that came into my store. If it ain't your vibe, then get out.
Yeah, people do. It's funny. People either come in and they're like, I fucking love this, or they walk in and they walk right out without saying anything. And I'm like, not for you. Cool. Glad we didn't have to do that.
can't even tell you, like...
Glad we didn't even try that.
Yeah. Bye. Have a good day. Earlier in my career, when I would be at, like, a little art show or something, and nobody knew that I was the artist.
Yeah, it's the best.
And but also it can be like, oh, I can't believe you just said that.
Yeah,
and when they're like,
what is this?
God, I don't get this at all. Like, or, that might be good if you cut off the bottom 3/4 of it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, opinions. I love opinions.
I mean, it was actually, I had some of my paintings up in the store, and I had, like, a little, like, cocktail party, and someone I do really love was like, whose artwork is that? And I was like, and they're like, he's like, oh. I was like, you didn't, it's not for you. He's like, no.
Well, you know what?
I totally, but like, all right, it's not for you, it's not,
Let it pass over you like water off a duck's back. Yeah. I mean, it's like...
You're not for everyone.
Well, also, I mean, it's art, so it's like cuisine or music or anything else. Like, if a song doesn't resonate with me, I don't feel the need to just slam it. I hate that song. Do I hate it? No, I just don't relate to it. MovingOn.com. I mean, like, I don't know. Everybody's gonna just gotta say opinion about motherfucking everything. And it's just like, take your energy and put it into something that you love, something that brings you joy, something that makes you happy. Like, you really do manifest that energy, and it takes you to a fucked up frequency. It's like people that gossip all the time or whining all the time.
Complaining.
Stop! As I whine about people that are...
No, it's different. When you're like...
Put your energy in the right place.
Yeah. And do what you want to do. Like, do what you love. That feeling, like, I don't understand. I'm like, when people, like, I love to wake up every morning. I'm so excited.
Me too.
I just, like, love it. I'm excited every day to
Me
get
too.
up and to fucking make...
The
I don't
day.
know what's going to happen.
Yes.
Yeah, it's exciting.
I love it.
I love it. I love it. And it's just like... And I also love going to sleep at night. I love bed.
I love my bed.
It's the
and I love watching movies in my bed.
Yeah.
And then when the dogs are up in the bed.
All the time.
Yeah, and Michael, my sweet pea.
Yeah, I know.
But also sometimes just like solo in the bed with the animals. AC turned down, pillow perfect, show on.
I have a lot of pillows. Are you a big pillow?
Oh, I'm a pillow
I have like
hugger.
8 pillows
Me
around
too.
me.
Me too.
In between my legs, right
Me
behind
too.
my back. Yeah. I like to be like in the womb
Me
of pillows.
too.
Like and then the dog.
I
on top
hug
of
with
me.
my arms. I have it
yeah.
between my legs, and I like to have it on my
Me
back.
too.
And then I have a big like Tempur-Pedic pillow that's heavy,
Yeah.
and I'll put it outside of the covers and put it on top of my legs.
Oh, same. Or like right underneath your legs. So
Yes.
your legs can be up, and then you've got another pillow.
Exactly.
I know.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
One leg out, you can breathe.
Oh, 100%.
For sure.
Take that off for a minute.
Yeah.
I got a fan blowing on me the whole
Yeah.
time. Oh God, that's so sweet. I love my bed.
I love it too.
Life is good, isn't it?
Really is.
It's good to be an artist.
Yeah. It's the best.
What are you working on now?
I'm not working on right this second. So
Got any ideas?
I have about 8 paintings that I've started, really large ones, and I think I'm going to work on them.
Nice.
That's what I'm excited to do. And I really love the vintage clothing, and I love vintage clothing. I love finding vintage clothing, and I love putting it together and just like, I love steaming it. I love looking at it, and I just want to like have a collection of vintage clothing, that's what I do at my store. And I love painting on clothes. I love embroidering. I love just, taking...
Do you ever do paintings of the vintage clothes? Or no?
That is something that I am, it's in my mind to start, picking, the items, specific items that, because I don't, wear a lot of it, but just to have it be, that's, I do a lot of, collage painting, so it's, I'll paint, an object here, and then, draw something, and then put that on the painting, and a lot of it is objects, the lighters that I make, I like to draw them and bring them in or paint them, and different pieces. I have a charm bracelet that I love drawing it and painting it and just and paint.
If it makes you happy, do
I
it.
just fucking love it. I love books.
I see that.
I love books. I love Alice in
Wonderland.
Wonderland.
Oh, me too. I'm not much of a reader.
No, but I judge books all by their cover.
Edgar Allan Poe, Buck, yes.
I love poodle books. I have a collection of poodle
The New
books.
Complete Poodle.
Yeah.
The
There's
History
this,
of Magic.
Yeah, that's an old one.
I love
that book.
magic.
Me too. That book is
Fairy and Folk Tales of Ireland. Yes.
I love Ireland.
I want to go there.
Oh my, have you ever been?
No. And I have a thing.
Oh.
I also have a thing for Scottish men and Irish men.
You're gonna, are you Irish at all?
I've got some Irish in there. Yeah.
I see that.
English, Irish.
Yeah. I love Ireland. It's the fairy hills, and everyone there is so wonderful.
Yeah, I want to go.
You tell me when you're going.
Okay. I want to lick the Blarney
Yeah,
Stone.
you got to. I just
And you got to pack me in lunchbox.
Yeah, I do. I love baby shoes.
I see your little charm.
Yeah, I love baby shoes. I don't even have a baby. But I also love baby clothes. They're so small.
What do you think you were doing in your past life?
Oh my god, you want to know something?
What?
I once had a past life reading.
And
I was at the pleasure chest on the phone. I was not ready.
You were at the pleasure chest.
I was at the pleasure chest.
Having a life reading?
Having a past life reading. And I was like, because I forgot about it. And I feel like there's a lot of lives behind, like there's a lot for me to like. I've lived a lot. And I felt like it's one of those things on my list to get back to, because I was at the pleasure chest.
You were distracted?
I was distracted, and this woman is reading to me about my past life, and I'm like, yeah. And I just like didn't know what to do because I didn't want to cancel it. And I couldn't leave because it was really loud outside. You know, I couldn't be like, hey, sorry, I'm at this like
sex shop
dildo store.
Yeah.
So I just did it in there very, like, I wasn't, like, present for her. I was just trying
You need to revisit that.
I'm going to. I know.
Need to revisit that.
How crazy. I mean, can you believe, when you said that, I was like, oh god, the pleasure chest. I remember.
Yeah, it is the place to be.
Just doing a past life reading.
At the pleasure chest.
Yeah, and I was like, it was like $300, so I was like, I can't
You had
miss
to do it.
Like,
yeah.
This woman is like, gotta get back to it.
Yeah.
But I did get one piece that I took with me that was very instrumental in, I had to end a relationship that I was in. And part of the reason why I did that reading was like, you guys have been together in a past life and like, it's never gonna work. And I was like, it's never gonna work. And so shortly after that,
that was that.
So I got what I needed out of it, but now I need to know what really happened back then.
Yeah.
In those, you know?
It is funny, those little instincts where you like, is that a nose with a piercing?
Yeah.
That's so sick.
This is so sick. I love this bag. It's so like, and look, it's got a ruler.
Oh yeah, like Schiaparelli.
It is Schiaparelli.
And it's vintage.
No,
oh wait, no, it is.
It's Schiaparelli.
Oh yeah, because I'm like, this is totally.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's fab. Whoa, that's badass.
I know. I saw it. I was like, okay. I need that.
Yeah, done. Fuck. Or yeah, you fucking needed
Yeah.
that. Oh yeah, that's magnificent. And then the
it's so like
the
simple,
ruler.
but like this, it's just like you could wear this. Like this is one of those things where like pearl earrings, Chanel suit, but then like here's like this.
The clasp. Just so you guys know, the clasp on this is like a large, like brass nose from like the top of the nose all the way down, and then there's a big metal like bull ring, and it's just. The shape of the bag is very classic, but then it's just like
it's
badass.
a really good bag. Yeah, I love this bag.
Yeah, you need to be loving that bag.
I love this bag. I also really, I wish that. I mean, it's on YouTube, so people can see the things if they want.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna put it. Hello. But yeah, I mean, it was just like, thank God, you said yes. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure.
That was just you really. You just said yes.
Well, of course I said yes. You asked. You said yes. You never know.
Yeah, you put yourself out there and...
anything can happen.
Surprised.
The world is incredible. You just have to ask for it. You know? Thank you so much. This was so much fun.
It really was.
Now we have to go party together.
Yeah, we've got to.
Yeah.
I really know how to party.
Do you?
Yeah.
I do.
I do.
I definitely do,
I actually, I know how to party so much that I can't even drink anymore.
Oh, really?
I'm one of those.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a sober.
Oh, that's good. Like sober, all the way sober,
yes.
or like California sober?
No, all the way.
Oh, okay. But I bet you still dance and you're funny.
Oh my god, I'm too fun.
Are you opposed to Red Bull?
No.
Honey, you don't have to fucking do drugs or drink to party.
I feel like I am already, like it's already in me.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, just like...
discipline.
It's just...
Do you miss it?
No, because I did so much of it,
and
I was so...
Well, you grew up in New York, too.
Yeah, I mean, I started, like,
I would
second
probably
grade.
be dead if I
Well, that was kind of
here.
the alternative. It was like, I kind of want to live. I love life.
Because it does not stop here.
No.
It doesn't stop.
And I didn't stop.
Mm-mm.
So it was like, okay, like I really want to,
live
live.
and enjoy life.
Yeah, and I couldn't
amazing.
stop.
Good for you, man.
Thanks.
Good for
but
you.
I love it. I love to be around, like, if someone is, like, having a good time, and they're, like, I love dancing, I love, like...
Wildness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wild, so, like, you don't need that. For me, it's like...
No, you don't need drugs and alcohol to be in
No,
wildness.
I'm already wild.
I'm very compartmentalized, so, like, I work, paint, and I'll be like, yes, on Saturday I'm gonna have margaritas, and I can't fucking wait. See, I can't blend all of that together.
See, I blend it.
Yeah.
I can't separate it.
Yeah.
So then it just starts, like, affecting that, and
right.
It's, like, not.
Yeah, it's a booger, because, God, it is fun.
It's, yeah.
Till it isn't.
Right.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
Yeah, and it's weird too as you get older, and because in our culture, again, in America, it's like you go to college and you get shit faced, and it's cool to get drunk and do drugs in high school, and then as you become more of an adult and you have more responsibilities, it is sad to see some people that continue to do that in a way that is.
They can't do both.
Yeah, and then they're not living their truth, and they're and then it God damn, that shit is sad, man.
It is, and it's like I'm just one of those people, Like
yeah. Well, that's very inspiring, girl.
Yeah, I mean that was, no, I don't know.
And you got your motherfucking shit together. You're cool.
Thanks, so are you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
thanks.
I'm trying,
I don't think you have to try very hard.
I just I found I love my animals. I just that's
those are my children.
Yeah, that's where I just I can escape in just being around my animals and being at home in bed. That's
same.
Yeah,
me and my farm.
I don't feel like I'm missing anything.
You ain't missing shit. You ain't missing shit.
And it's fun.
Yeah, it is fucking fun.
And people probably think I am, so
I know.
they're like, this woman must be.
I'll be in my studio and I'll be like, okay. I have full-blown conversations
same.
Here's what I'm saying. I'm just going to finish doing Dolly Parton's lipstick on this painting, and then I'm going to get you a motherfucking Vegetan, because I see the look in your eyes. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm just sitting here having full-blown, but I love them, and they know exactly what I'm saying. They love you. And we talk to one another, even though we don't speak the same language, and yet we do. Total nonverbal communication, the
best.
All you have to do is...
You can sit silently for hours.
Yes. 100%. Oh.
The best.
Animals, art, theater, culture, all of that. Oh.
Gardening.
I know. I'm so happy to be on this podcast. Thank you so much, Sarah.
Thanks for coming.
This was so fun.
We're done now.
Do
we gotta turn this shit off.
Okay, I think that was a real good combo.
That was really incredible.
I talked about dildos.
We hit everything.
We talked about...
I never plan these things.
No, you can't plan it.
No. It's awesome. So what's your plan?